Hi, this is Paul. I also wanted to make a video about the whole war with Iran that's going on. Israel and the United States, are doing it. And this war is not going the way Donald Trump. Donald Trump keeps bloviating, saying, "Oh, we're winning the war, we're crushing it." And now he's sending Marines there. I think it's at 2,500 Marines forced. Okay, he's attacking this island where they ship the oil. He's attacking that, but this war is not going the way he wants it to, or the way he expected it to go. Okay, and and all he's doing is bloviating, and eventually, and like a lot of people saying, he's probably looking for a way out, and now he's basically asking. Now he's asking for other countries for help. When at first he said he didn't need any help, and he thought this operation would go quick, 1, 2, 3. That the Iranians would just capitulate for, even though he killed the supreme leader, and they bombed a school and stuff, killing a bunch of young girls and teachers and stuff. But the war is not going the way he expected it to go. Okay, I don't know why he thought it would be like Venezuela. First of all, there's 93 million people in Iran. Okay, and a land war in Iran is not going to work out to anybody's favor. And the Iranians are ignoring. Donald Trump even said that, oh, he wants the right to pick the Iranians' new leader. They basically told him to go screw off, and they elected, I think, the guy's son, the supreme leader who just died. They elected his son to be the new supreme leader. Okay, and they're blocking that Strait of Vermouth. I think that's what's not Vermouth. I forgot what it's called, where all the ships pass through with the oil, and they're basically blocking it. Okay, and a lot of people are saying that Donald Trump is probably going to have to look for an exit. He's probably going to declare war. And he's going to back off, and he's going to still, declare victory anyway. Okay, because this war is not turning out the way. And this is what happens when you listen to another foreign country, aka Israel, and do what you did. You had a perfectly good nuclear agreement that Obama left you, but the first thing you did when you got in office, one of the first things he did was tear that agreement up. Okay, which the Iranians were following. And they had monitors in there to check to make sure they. But again, he listened to Israel, and he ripped it up. Okay, and now we are where we are. Okay, and I know they said that because Marco Rubio, I think he let the cat slip out of the bag when he said, yeah, we attacked because Israel was gonna attack, so we attacked also. It's full of crap. They know, and then Donald Trump says, "Oh no, I was going to attack anyway. It didn't matter what Israel." He's full of crap. Okay, he knows, and now of course, this goes against his stance of no more forever wars. Okay, he started this war, and it's not going the way he thinks it was going to supposed to go. He thought it was going to be a piece of cake, easy, 1, 2, 3, and it's not going to work out that way. It really isn't, and he's probably going to look for an exit out, a way to get out without losing face, even though people are going to say, because you see all these experts are saying it's not, the Iranians basically, they can block, they're basically, their goal is to disrupt the world economy by, blocking that place where all the boats come through with the oil and stuff. They're blocking it and stuff, and the oil prices are going up, and Donald Trump is saying, oh, well, it'll be temporary pain for, future glory. And so he's just so full of it. Okay, he's really full of it. Okay, basically starting a war because somebody else told you to do it. Okay, which is a horrible reason to start a war. Okay, and like I said, he thought easy that he could pick the new leader for the Iranians, and they said basically screw you. Okay, we're gonna pick our own leaders, and they picked the son of the guy Donald Trump and them killed. So. So much for you having the ability to pick who their new leader is going to be. That was folly to begin with. And like I said, we don't think they're going to be boots on the ground. I don't think they will be, because I don't think when it gets to that point, somebody's going to slap them with reality and tell them, no, you don't want boots on the ground there, because if you get a bunch of Americans killed, even though a bunch of them, have died already, a couple of them have died already, and my heart goes out to those family members of those servicemen that have passed away so far in this war. But if he actually tries to, because I was listening to the guy on Breaking Points, the professor, and he was saying, oh, if they want to capture that island where they have all of the production oil facilities from, and they want to hold it, they'll be sitting ducks. If he sends that Marine force out there to occupy it or anything, they'll be sitting ducks for drones and stuff. So that would be a horrible idea, and I'm sure that the generals have told Donald Trump that itself. So hopefully, okay, this war hopefully resolve itself. And again, Donald Trump is, like I said, he's a moron anyway. He's a draft. First of all, he's a draft dodger. Okay, Captain Bone Spur is a draft dodger. So, but he is the commander in chief, unfortunately, at this point. So we're gonna have to hope that there's cooler heads in there that can prevail and tell him to make sure that you don't put Americans at risk. Okay, fighting a war for another country. You know, you don't put us at more risk. You know, the servicemen, even though that is what they signed up for, but not for this unnecessary war that was totally not necessary. Okay, and again, in my heart, in my feeling of it, that he's basically doing this war because Israel told him to. Okay, that's the only reason he's doing it. Okay, it was just he's just full of crap. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think of this whole of the war so far, and you know them sending this. I think it's 2,500 Marines. I think out deploying for this some special mission. Hopefully, you know, fingers crossed they come back okay, and it's not too. But like I said, it's always in the military. It's always a dangerous thing that could happen with them. So you know, Godspeed for those guys and men and women, and hope they come back okay, intact. So, but anyway, let me know what you think of this war, the status of the war, and Donald Trump thinking that this war was going to be a piece of cake. What do you think of that? And anything else you want to talk about? Feel free to leave those comments in the description box, not in the comments below. Also, in the description box, I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Also, a link to my main channel, Trepacer, in the description box as well. Also, I have a link down below to my merchandise store. As you can see, I'm wearing my spherical circle. That's one design I have on my merch. And then I also have the Trepacer. That's my main channel logo. I have that on my merch. I have it on t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, water bottles, teddy bears for men, women, unisex. Follow the link. It will take you to my merchandise store. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.